between the OKC Thunder and the Miami Heat. Now, on last night, the Miami Heat stole one in OKC, and on this upcoming Sunday, they'll be heading back to Miami for games 3, 4, and 5. The first game will be on Sunday on Father's Day. So, happy Father's Day, first of all, to all the fathers out there watching the show.
Happy Father's Day, Derek.
So,
appreciate it.
Happy Father's Day to you, sir. And let's get right on to it. So, first question. What did you see from the Thunder and Heat last night, both positive and negative, Derek? What did you see last night?
From the Thunder and the Heat, positive, both teams?
Positive and negative. What do you see?
Well, I continue just to like the way the Heat starting off games. I mean, this has been the second game in a row that it came out and punched them right in the mouth. Not wasting any time. And I think that it comes from a little bit of finals experience from being there last year. You know, they have a sense of urgency because this team knows that this probably is it for this team as far as winning the championship. I think if they don't get it this year, they probably won't get it. And if they and they still have a possibility to get it this year, but if they do get it this year, I think this will be the only championship that they do get. So they're playing with more of a sense of urgency. Where you got these guys, young guys, 22, 23 years old, they're going to be around for the next 10 years. I mean, it's a reason. Miami's one of the oldest teams in the league. I mean, they got guys on there older than my dad. I mean, it's like Juwan Howard, 50 years old.
He doesn't play though.
I mean, but he's on the team, so he has to. I mean, it takes up the roster spot and boosts up the average age. But Oklahoma's positive. They fight back in the second half.
Right.
You know, they show fight. You know, they don't get down. They don't roll over. They're never going to do that in this series. They haven't done that since they've been together for 4 years in a row. They don't know any better, so they're going to continue to keep coming at you and keep coming at you. They just got to start out better, man. They dig themselves a big hole, which you get that out of young teams. They don't come out with a sense of urgency. It's age. Where veterans have been around, they come out with more of a sense of urgency. It's just that young teams kind of come out, they kind of get a feel.
Right.
You know, they.
So a negative is OKC lacking a sense of urgency, but then at the same time, positive, they do get it second half.
Yeah.
And make it close.
Because if they come out like they come out in the second half, they could sweep the Miami Heat. They really could, man, because Miami can't score with these guys. Miami can't come out every night and score 100 points. They don't have that kind of firepower. They got 100 last night, but they, you know, I mean, basically just fell over the finish line for 100 points.
What did you see last night that was positive and negative for both teams?
Well, I mean, I'll start with the Heat. They did exactly what I thought they were going to do. They finished what they started in Game 1. They started off strong in the first half of Game 1, and they let up in the second half. I mean, simple as that. Last night, they started just as strong, if not stronger, than they did in Game 1. They didn't let up until about the last, 3 minutes, and then things got real interesting with Kevin Durant and LeBron James basically trading buckets, guys. This is the thing I preached about forever. Miami Heat got to start shooting better free throws. I've been saying that forever. They don't shoot good free throws, and they end up losing games by 3 or 4 points. Last night, LeBron James goes 12 for 12, and he has been so inconsistent at best from the line. And last night was the biggest game of the season so far to this point. He hit 12 for 12. The team as a total hit 22 of 25. That's beyond impressive as a team, guys. That's incredible, especially on the road. Bosch, Wade, and Battier, I said these guys were going to have big games individually. They all did. Combined, they had 57 points. Those are the guys that got to help LeBron every single night, and they did. They almost scored 60 points together. They forced Westbrook into having the ball almost the entire possession. Every time they had the ball, he had to make all the decisions. You didn't see any quick passes. He was the one that had to basically delegate what was going to happen on that possession. The three-point shooting for the Heat, big time, 6 for 14. That's big time. When you can shoot almost 50% from the three-point line, you're going to win almost every single game. The largest lead, they had a 17-point lead at one time, guys. I mean, that's crucial. The Big Three had 72 points, and obviously that isn't a big shock. But the bigger shock was the rest of the team, the role players had 28 points. That's big right there. They got to have guys who are going to be able to score and pick it up. Because you can have 72 points in the Big Three, but you don't win the game if that's what you're having.
So are supporting cast for the Heat going to be able to sustain that over the series?
Well, I don't know necessarily what exactly sustaining would be. I think that Shane Battier has found a rhythm. I think that Mario Chalmers is always going to give you 6 to 10 points. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be consistent to an extent. I don't know if Battier is going to hit like that, but here's the thing. He was hitting like that on the road. You don't think he's going to hit like that at home? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And just to throw something else out there, that was also LeBron James' 12th straight game of having at least 25 points in the postseason. A lot of people were talking about, is he going to be able to, deliver on cue, or is he going to go right back at the 2011 finals? And to this point, he's done more than averaging 31 in the finals.
That's the next question. Has LeBron proved that he's clutch in his playoff season from all the series that he's played so far?
No.
You don't think so?
It's not over with. He's had some clutch spots, but he still hasn't. Nobody's going to say he's a clutch player. He's had some clutch moments.
Let's first define clutch. Now, I know I talked to Lance earlier today, and some people define clutch as just a game-winning shot.
No, that's not clutch.
Right. Now,
clutch is hitting free throws. Clutch is making the right pass.
Defensive plays. Yeah,
he can take a charge.
Right.
He's been clutch. He was clutch last night. The bank shot off the glass, 12 for 12 from the free throws. That's clutch from a guy who is nearly not a good free throw shooter, especially when the game's on the line.
Right.
I mean, he stepped up. Them 2 free throws he made down the stretch was huge. That's clutch.
Right.
You know, it's not always about taking a last second shot.
So throughout the playoff season, you don't think he's been clutch throughout the whole playoff season?
He's been clutch, I'd say, more than he has been in the past.
Okay.
I'm not ready to call him a clutch player yet.
Okay.
He's had clutch moments. He's getting better.
Right.
You know, he's taking baby steps, which is cool for him and his fans.
Right.
Well, talking to Tim Legler earlier today, I asked him the same question, and he said it's an equivalent of both, being able to hit the big shot, being able to sustain a big performance in must-win games. So what I did is I ran some numbers today after talking to Tim, and this postseason alone, LeBron has had 3 must-win games, all on the road. LeBron James averaging 41 points a game in those games. So to me, I think that clutch, yes, it is hitting game-winning shots. That is a part of clutch. That is a certain definition of clutch. But the other definition of clutch is being able to come up big when the team needs it the most for the entire game. And that's what he's done on the road, no less. And that's always been the biggest knock, is LeBron going to be able to go on the road and perform. Because we've all seen him do it at home. Even back in Cleveland, he was doing it. But when he came to the road, is he going to be able to do that? And I think that averaging 41 points a game is more than enough of what I would consider, being a clutch player.
I mean, he's done it, but the thing is with him, it's the reason why they call him 75 Cent. He's done it over 3/4 where he can look like, oh man, he's clutching in the 4th quarter. He pulls a Houdini, he's gone.
That 75 cent thing is a joke, though. People just make that as a joke to take light of the fact that in the finals he didn't come up big in the 4th quarter. But if you look at his entire body of work in the 4th quarter in his postseason career, it's not that bad.
You play to win championships.
I understand that. He didn't come
We're
up
talking
big in
about finals.
I understand that. He's averaging 31 this post.
Yeah, but he came into the finals only averaging 19 for a reason. That's not even 20 points.
But I think that he has overstepped that. I think he's put that.
Yeah, I just said he's taking. Baby steps. He's taking baby steps, and it's good for him and his fans because you guys have really been through a lot.
All right, let's move on. Third question: was Magic Johnson's comment about Westbrook inaccurate or wrong? About saying that last night Westbrook had the worst performance he's seen in a point guard in NBA Finals history. What do you think about that, Lance? To start with you.
Well, I mean, it's unfair in the fact that it's kind of like a kick him while he's down. But at the same time, what Magic Johnson was saying, he wasn't saying it out of spite. I don't think he was saying it to be negative or to bring Russell Westbrook down. I think he was trying to get the kid to realize you got to slow the ball down.
Right.
You got to make better decisions. You can't. I mean, I'll show you right here. Westbrook shot 4 more times than Durant last night and made 2 less shots. And he was 10 for 26 last night. I mean, as a point guard, if you see those numbers from a Kobe Bryant or something, you kind of overlook it because Kobe Bryant is a shooting guard.
Right.
That's his job, to shoot the ball. As a point guard, your job is to facilitate, to get your guys open shots, open looks, to make differences positively. And last night, Russell Westbrook, he did some really good. He had 27 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Did his job for the most part. But when it came down to crucial situations, he didn't. That was the biggest thing. So I think Magic Johnson was more just trying to kick him in the butt a little bit. Said, just wake up, kid. You have the talent. You need to do it better.
What do you think about that?
I don't know if Magic was trying to motivate him. I don't think Russell Westbrook is at the stage of his career that he needs anything to motivate him. He's in the finals. That's motivation enough.
Right.
I think when Magic was right on point with it. As a point guard, you have to come out and set the tone.
Right.
Getting everybody else involved and getting them in a rhythm. But when you come out and you're looking for your own self,
right.
Nobody else is getting in a rhythm. So they're not even in the flow of the game. You're just jacking up shots. They're not even running their offense. Miami Heat's going up and down, scoring, and you're still trying to shoot. That's not what point guard do. Point guard has to come out, set the tone, get everybody involved, and they feed off of him.
And see, that's why I come around on Rondo, because of the fact that he showed me that he ain't gonna make decisions like that with the ball. He's gonna slow the tempo down. He's gonna find the open man. That's why I've gained a lot of respect for guys like Rajon Rondo. I think Westbrook's more talented than Rajon Rondo.
Right.
When it comes down to decision making, it's Rondo.
Yeah, I mean, but that's enough, right? I mean, Westbrook's the
Well, some Thunder fans that say they'd rather have Westbrook, but I digress.
But Westbrook's the top 10 player in the world.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up for us. So, last topic is predictions for Sunday's game on Father's Day in Miami. Who wins?
I had it going back 2-0. It's 1-1. I'm going with the Thunder, and I think Durant goes off for like 38. I think Westbrook plays more in control, and they win the game. And I think they get better play from their post.
I do agree that the Thunder will win. Shot the Heat, and I think they will win 2 in Miami.
Game 3 is going to Miami. They have a momentum right now. Game 4 will go to OKC. They're going to have to get better supporting cast than that. The Big 3 went for 80 last night, but the rest of them had 16. They got to get better than that.
All right. Well, there you have it. Thanks for joining us on Spoken. Terry Love, Derek Williams, Lance Twitwell. We'll see you later. Happy Father's Day once again.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.